everyone, I'm here to do just a quick walkthrough and review of the Byzantine Tarot. I actually bought this earlier this year knowing that I wanted to work with this in the winter. This is by John Matthews and Scylla Conway and is published by Connections. I'd never actually heard of this company before. It kind of looked like a Llewellyn box to me, but it's not. It's from another company. And so I was very excited to see this because I really do love Byzantine art. When I was in art school, I studied in art history a lot of medieval art, including Byzantine art, and I really love it. I also think that this is a really great deck for people who want a deck with sort of a more Christian bent to it. Now, I'm not Christian, but I do appreciate this deck. I love this art style. I was raised Catholic, so I do have an appreciation for this kind of art. And it doesn't bother me that, you know, it's Christian. I can certainly roll with the different iconography. It doesn't make a difference to me. So let's get started. First of all, the box itself I think is quite good. Like the Llewellyn box, it kind of has that same kind of maybe not as sturdy as like a Hay House box type style. But what I do like is you can open it up from the top, and then you've got the book here, and then you take the book off, and you've got an insert with the cards. And I think this is really great because unlike the Llewellyn boxes where you just end up throwing them away, this one I keep so I can keep the cards in. So it's this lovely, nice sort of royal purple as well. I'll just take the cards out. The one downfall is that they do sometimes slide around a bit, but I like this is purple. You know, you've got the nice, got this at the back here. So very nice box. So packaging is nice. The book is fairly big, I would say. That's the book there. Sorry, I'm getting a glare. But it's about 159 pages, so that's the book. And the book looks, the cover's just like the box. It does, I like that it's kind of in this dark purple as well. It makes me think of some of the religious books I've seen when I was younger. Maybe some of the missals, some of the hymn books and stuff, this kind of style. So it does kind of harken to that kind of religious type imagery. So they have a little bit they have like a little section about sort of the history of Byzantine art and why he decided to use it for the tarot. So icons of light, they talk about iconography, which is very, very important in Byzantine art. The cards and their meanings. So here it goes through what the equivalents are, elemental correspondences, and then we get into the major arcana. And here we have a thumbnail. We have some keywords down here, traditions, and then what it means in a reading. So each of the major arcana have a whole page to themselves. Then we get into, let's get into the minor arcana. Each have a page. So they've got their thumbnail, traditions, in a reading, and then the keywords down here. So quite handy. And then at the back is where they have the, it says entering the court. And that's where they have the different readings. So they have a Holy Fool spread. And there's a sample reading. The Byzantine spread, so you've got like the map with the different meanings. I think that's kind of cool, kind of different. They've got the Hippodrome spread. Those of you that don't know, the Byzantine Empire was from about the time of Constantine, which is in the 300s. When he moved the capital to Byzantium, which is the eastern part of the Roman Empire. And the Byzantine Empire actually ended in the 1300s. It slowly lost territory over time, and it kind of gave its last gasp in the medieval period, the late medieval period. And it's sort of a continuation of the Roman Empire, for those of you that don't know. So these are the cards here. This is the backing. I really love it. The only criticism I would have is it's not really reversible because as you can see there's kind of a brown corner here and a gold corner there, so you can kind of tell when they're not upright. That doesn't bother me very much, but you know, if it bothers you, then you know that's something you might want to consider. If you don't read reversals, then it doesn't matter. So let's go through the deck. The cards are fairly I would say they're a little bit bigger than standard size. They're a little bit longer, but I think that lends well to sort of this imagery because a lot of the icons were painted on sort of longer type boards. So you've got you've got John the Baptist as the Fool. See, oh, let's see if I can get it in a little bit more. Okay, there we go. We've got John the Baptist here. He's got his little dove messenger there. Ace of coins. So we've got coins for pentacles. You see it's got the old Roman type coin. The different suits also have different colors around them. So you've got green for the pentacles, and then you've got kind of this gold for the major arcana. The Four of Staves. The staffs have kind of this gray brown. I like all the fruit and stuff there. The Three of Staves. There you've got the Emperor giving stuff to people. The Two. So you can see it is Rider-Waite-Smith based. There's the Ace of Staves, Ten of Cups. The Countess, the Countesses are the queens and the Counts are the kings. So you've got the Countess of Swords, the Four of Cups, the Knight of Swords. I like that. That's very very St. George and the Dragon. The Count of Coins, Temperance, pouring the water, Eight of Swords, the Six of Cups. You've got the, so I guess because it's an oasis, it's supposed to be like a garden kind of, and then you've got the children playing down here. Three of Coins. This makes me more think of the Three of Staffs in some ways because of the ships, but it's actually Three of Coins. Knight of Coins. Two of Coins. This one it's again, look, it makes me think of more of the Two of Staffs because he's going on a journey and he's got a choice there. But I guess he is holding the two bags, so kind of makes me think of the juggler. The Cosmos, this is a very typical type of Byzantine and early medieval art type scene. You've got the four tetramorph here, which represent the four Gospels, and then you've got Christ within this sort of like halo type thing. Judgment. You've got all the ladder going up to heaven and old devils and things over here. So you've got hell there and heaven there. So the sun, the moon, I like this moon shining down the city. The star, very nice, sort of that Christmassy type feel. The tower. Oh, you've got Diablos, you've got the devil there. The patriarch, which is, it's actually the Hierophant. So the patriarch is another word for the Pope because the Eastern Orthodox Church has its own Pope as well. You've got the Emperor, that's Constantine. Actually, I think this is Justinian and Theodora. The Empress Justinian and Theodora here. Because a lot of these images are taken from actual Byzantine art images. The Empress. Sophia for the High Priestess. She represents wisdom. In Gnosticism, she's like the feminine aspect of God. The Nine of Swords. The Four of Coins. Two of Cups. What else do we have? The Ace of Cups. If my battery runs out and this cuts off shortly, you know why. The Count of Staves, so the King of Wands. Queen of Wands. The Knight of Staves. The Page of Staves. The Ten of Staves. The Nine of Staves, the Eight of Staves. You can see their arrows rushing through the air there. The Seven of Staves, the Six of Staves, the Victory. There he is riding in after his victory. All right, so the battery ran out, or not the battery, sorry, my memory ran out, so I had to clear some space, and we'll continue with the last few cards. So here we have the Six of Swords, the Five of Swords. Oh, that looks pretty valid. Four of Swords, Three of Swords, Two of Swords, the Ace of Swords. Ooh, the fire there. I wonder if they've changed the fire element to swords in this one, but I do like it anyway. I do like that. the Count of Cups, the Ten of Swords, that looks quite violent, the Knight of Cups, the Page of Cups, the Five of Staffs, the Ten of Coins, the Nine of Coins, and finally we have the Eight of Coins. So I do like this deck. I find that the colors actually in real life are a little bit duller. They show up as a bit brighter, I think, on camera, which is really nice for taking photos and stuff, but I kind of wish they were a little bit brighter, the colors. I also, if I, had my way, I would have had the gold on the major arcana, like the Lovers, the actual like gold leaf, or like a gold foil, kind of like as is on some other cards that I have. I think that would have really made it pop, and then maybe edging on the side. But I mean, in a perfect world, right? That's what I would have done. And I mean, I can edge the sides if I want to with gold, just to make it a little richer. But I really like that they've taken this style and really kind of run with it for this deck. Some of the images, especially in the major arcana, are straight out of they are from actual medieval images, whether they be mosaics or icons, and then some of them it looks like they've just used the style to make their own picture to fit into the Rider-Waite system, but that's fine with me. I quite like this deck. I'm finding that it reads very well. I think it's a very straightforward kind of deck. It just kind of tells you like it is. So I'm quite enjoying that. So again, if this is imagery that you like, if you love medieval imagery or you want something with sort of a more of a Christian kind of bent, I think you might really like this deck. And I found the book's quite good as well written. And I like that the box, I can actually store the deck in. I don't need to go and find another bag for it. So let me know what you think of this deck. Do you have it? Have you worked with it? Is this one that you were thinking of getting? Let me know, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.